The fastest way to become confident and charismatic is to start putting yourself first. Numero uno, number one, gold medal finalist. I became a nice guy for 7 days in order to prove to you that it only takes 1 day to become your most confident self. The fastest way to become confident and charismatic is to put yourself first. Now, without going into those whole spiritual woo-woo stuff, think about it logically. If you can't take care of yourself, how would you expect to take care of anybody else around you? We've all been told in order to get, you must firstly give. But I want you to completely shift that mindset. Because when you're doing this, you are literally investing in someone else in order to cash out that stock after it matures, and then you're going to demand it back. You're basically saying somebody else owes you happiness, but in reality, only you owe you happiness. So it's better to start investing in yourself rather than investing in other people. When you think about it, humans are actually very selfish creatures. We don't really want to be owing someone something. When you are going over and above for somebody, you are saying you owe me something in the future and I will cash it out soon. What you're doing here is classic manipulation, which you are either fooling the person that you're investing in or you're fooling yourself. That's the very reason why people don't like nice people. Because you're subconsciously imprisoning them in order to do your bidding later on. And that's why people don't really like nice people, or they keep them at a distance. Why? Lads, I don't care if it's your girl, I don't care if it's your friends, I don't care if it's anybody. If you start going over and above for someone, that means you're not looking after yourself. And a man who can't look after himself cannot look after anybody around him. Can you see the mirror image here? The first one is I'm investing in myself, and when the stock matures and I get the dividends in the form of happiness, I can give that out to everybody else. As opposed to the other one, which is the nice guy one, which is you start investing in everybody else, and then when you think the stock has matured, when you think that it is time to cash out, you are expecting other people to give you happiness. And that never works. So I tried this a week ago before I told you boys, so you could do this exact same thing. I became that quote unquote nice guy, right? So I started complimenting people, I started laughing at their rubbish jokes, I started giving loads of people loads of validation and just sucking up to people. And at the same time, I started disrespecting myself by staying up late and actively repeating these negative patterns in my life in order to become this quote-unquote nice guy. Basically, I tried to visualize this person and become that person, right? And what I found is that people will start disrespecting you if you give them a chance to disrespect you. I felt weird. I became that weird suck-up kind of guy in order to please other people. Lol, and even these insecure, nice guy boys who would shake at the very concept of talking to a girl started making me the butt of their jokes. And instantly what I noticed were 3 things. 1, people just ignored me. I didn't exist to them. They would talk to other people across my face, they would say stupid jokes, and all these girls would start poking fun at me, and I became that kind of tag-along kind of guy. So I actively put myself very much at the bottom of the social ladder in order to put myself in the shoes of a nice guy. And on that 7th day, I decided to become my normal, charismatic, charming self, right? I decided I was going to sleep a full night. I woke up early, hit the gym, got my meals sorted, meditated, started putting that attention and that focus and that energy into myself rather than splitting it to other individuals and focusing on what other people are doing. And lo and behold, within 1 day, I started becoming my confident self. And the trick was to be entirely and completely responsible for everything that you do. Everything that takes place in your day. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, the things that you are doing, the things that you are going to do, your plans, being completely and entirely responsible for yourself helped me make that shift within 1 day. So the next day when I went out, I decided to talk to whoever I wanted to talk to. I decided to do what I wanted to do, not what other people expected me to do or what other people were asking me to do. And within that 1 day, I think I talked to around 70 or 80 people in that 1 day. And instead of me being a suck up to everybody else wanted a piece of my time. Everybody else wanted to be around me. And this social experiment taught me one thing, and it only takes 1 day to change from that nice guy into your confident, charismatic self by choosing you, by putting yourself first, doing what is good for you and doing what makes you fulfilled. Now, don't lie to yourself, bro. Don't say, oh, Alan, sitting in my bed watching Netflix makes me happy. No, it doesn't, bro. Do things that make you happy and fulfilled. So you go to bed at night and go, damn, I was proud of what I did today. When you start keeping the promises to yourself, that is when you walk, you behave, You talk and you feel different. You feel confident. You are charismatic. Happiness doesn't come from external things like holidays and food and this and that. All of this is external stimulation. Happiness comes from within. So when you start radiating happiness from your inside, that is what true charisma looks like. That is what people crave. That is what people can't get enough of. You radiate that happiness. You don't bring it in from the outside, rather you bring it from the inside to the outside. You're like a lighthouse that ships sail to. You're like a flame that attracts moths and butterflies and flies and anything. Same way you attract people. I became a nice guy for 7 days in order to prove to you, lads, that it only takes one day in order to become your most confident self.